What's up, everybody? Welcome to Aspects Land of a Changing Man. My name is Gold, and I'm bringing you another episode. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight and listening in. Hope you're having a great night, and I hope that your night last night was a good night for you as well. This is a show basically based on my perspective, trying to see if I can give you a little bit about myself and the problems that I had, or the way that I look at problems being in relationship, hoping that I can help out by getting to the root of the problems and having people pull them out when recognizing them and replacing them with something good. Well, if you're liking the show, go ahead and hit the follow button. Definitely, if you want to follow all of the episodes or you want to be updated on anything that's going on as far as me making another episode. If you like the episodes that you're hearing, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you think that is the episode you want to listen to offline, or you want to pass it to someone else, go ahead and hit the download button. We definitely appreciate every inch of support that we can get from everyone. And if you want to hit me up, definitely do that. My email address is mplsmikid@yahoo or gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter at mplsmikid, aka GOL. It has been updated so that you can see it is Aspects Land of a Changing Man Twitter page. And you can find me on Facebook at Aspects of a Changing Man. You can also go on YouTube and find every episode that that I've ever made on there. It might be in 2 or 3 parts, but you can also catch every episode that I've ever done by going to Aspects of a Changing Man on YouTube. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Yesterday, my episode was about rebuilding a relationship. Basically, because we are in times where people do try to rekindle old relationships, and in doing that, you must know that it's going to take a lot of patience and self-control to actually make the relationship last, due to the damages that were done in the last time that you guys were in a relationship. Today, I wanted to talk about a little bit about myself and things that I've experience about myself, and 2 things that I'm trying to learn. One is who I'm supposed to protect in the relationship. And the second thing that I want to talk about is being right and being correct. Well, I want to go into that one first because with me, I am a person that likes to be right all the time. I will go look up everything that I need to know as far as the subject. If I want to jump in it, if it's something that I want to talk about, if it's something that I'm discussing with someone, just so that I'm not wrong, just so that I'm correct, I will do whatever I need to do to be right. I hate being wrong. I definitely hate being wrong. So I will go to someone and we will talk about the subject, and I want to be correct when I'm talking about the subject. So in my doing that, I am actually learning that not all the time are you going to be correct or you're going to be right on time. So for me, I feel like I've done so much research. I've done so much stuff. I'm saying the right things. I put it in logic terms. I found a, way to describe it so that another person can understand it. I mean, I've done a lot. So when I'm in that conversation and I'm making it known that I understand the facts, sometimes it comes to a point where I'm not right at that time. And it may be that I'm not right at that time, but I may be right later on. I'm starting to get the understanding that people work on their own time, and not always is someone going to get what you're saying on your time. They might need to understand it on their own times. Some people don't like to it might be a prideful thing. It might be the way they're feeling about you. It may be that they can't understand what's going on at the time of you guys talking, or they need to be shown that subject in another way. So a lot of times I need to understand, hey, you know what? This is what it is. I've already said the facts. If you don't understand it, okay, cool. Let's move on. Or, being in a relationship. Sometimes I got to be wrong to be right. When I sit around and I make these subjects, I don't want to keep it going and being like a hammer to where, it's causing damage because the nail is already in, or, you know, the way they're feeling about the subject might not be, correct at the time. I mean, I've been in a lot of situations where, I was right, but later on, they came to me and said, you know what, you're correct. I see that now. I wasn't seeing that at that point in time. Especially when you're in a relationship with someone and you get into a argument or a debate and it becomes a serious matter because of how they're feeling about you at the point in time, what you're talking about, if they want to see what you're talking about, or if it's a sensitive subject where they just want to get their feelings out. They may not be wanting to listen to what you have to say at the moment they want to get what they have out into the open to you. So, in me doing that, I must understand, not all the time am I going to be correct. Even if I am right, I might have to wait till later to actually be correct. Or it may be that I'm not even correct at the time. Sometimes I just have to stop myself and make it, you know, um, make it peaceful or clear the air in some type of way to where we can both come back at a later time after thinking the subject's over and realizing what the facts really are about the subject. I mean, there's been a lot of times that I was wrong, and I was definitely wrong on the way I was handling the subject. And I get into arguments, and I'll go out and I'll think of like 6, 7 ways that, to come back to restate it to where I'm more clear, or I think they're going to understand better. And in all, not thinking about maybe I should just calm down and try to disarm this bomb that's about to go off. Because all I was thinking about was winning the arguments and being correct. But instead, maybe I'm wrong right now can make me right later on, especially in a relationship. And that will go into the next subject that I'm trying to get to, is who you're supposed to be protecting. With a lot of times with my relationships, I felt like I had to protect myself from them, and I would do things behind trying to protect myself from my partner. I would see what I could do. I'm an overthinker. I'm definitely an overthinker. So, just analyzing the subject and putting it in different places and trying to make sure I'm in the right places when I'm making these accusations and saying things wasn't right. I was trying to protect myself from my partner, but still trying to be with them. So I wasn't really trusting in them. I was just hoping that I can see everything I needed to see, so that it would be like a whoa. Let me stop doing that, so I can not get caught doing it. But instead, I was looking at it wrong. One thing I was supposed to be doing is protecting my partner from me, because of the fact that I have things that are in me that are not right for the relationship. I may be handling situations wrongly. I may be hurting them by doing some of the things that I'm doing. And when I say that I love the person, I basically have to protect them. I'm saying I'm going to protect them from everything, even myself. So I got to be able to protect them from me. And sometimes in doing that, you will actually be able to protect them from themselves. because we're looking at it as in I gotta protect my heart, I gotta protect my pride, I gotta protect what's inside of me as far as a feeling, but at the same time you're causing harm to the relationship. You're actually hurting them, and you're actually making them um, unpleasantly unpleasant. They could be in an unpleasant mood because of what you're doing. I mean, it's times that I would go through a phone and I'll find a guy that jumped in the inbox, and I'll be like, who is this person? Even though there was no response back, there was still well, I caught you, I caught you, with somebody in your inbox. And I was looking at it in the wrong type of way. I should have been doing what I needed to do to protect them from myself, because in times that was happening, there could have been me in somebody else's inbox doing the same thing. So was I in the right of looking for what they were doing? No, I was not. Was I protecting them by doing that? Was I protecting their feelings? Was I bringing happiness to their life by doing that? Was I bringing value into their life by doing that? No, I was not. I was trying to protect me from them. And I was looking at it in a way where they should be lucky that they're with me, instead of feeling as in feeling as if I am lucky to be with them. And sometimes I feel like when we're doing that, when we're saying to ourselves they should be lucky to be with us, we're not saying I love you to them. We may be looking them in the eyes and saying I love me so much that I got with you, which now brings their value down, and which now brings the way you think of them down, how good you want to treat them, what you think about their actions, how good you want to, how good you want to treat them, the things you want to do for them, things like that goes hand in hand when it comes to how you think of your partner. Who's the lucky one in the relationship? Who are you protecting? If you're protecting them from you, you're basically saying even my hands won't come to harm against you. I won't argue with you to the point where it makes you cry or it makes you irritated. I'm not going to go through your phone and find you cheating or accuse you of cheating or find ways for us to break up because of my insecurities or my controlling habits. What I'm going to do is I'm going to love you. I'm going to make myself vulnerable to you. I'm going to show you that I'm so lucky to be with you in love. Imagine those times that you went through her phone, and because you were scared of what she was doing, instead of doing that, you went to go get some flowers and you talked to her and you said the romantic things. You went to go get a card and you wrote something that made it meaningful to her in those cards. Um, imagine that instead of trying to being in an argument, instead of yelling at her, you say, baby, I'm wrong. Let me show you how much I appreciate you. You make dinner, or you clean the house in a way where, she does it, but you're taking over the duties for her for the day to show your appreciation, and